what we thought we'd talk about a little bit about the life and career of rapper DMX, who tragically lost his life a little over a week ago or so. Had a heart attack, ended up going on, I don't know,
He was on life
life
support, and
support.
then like
Thank you. And then I guess they took him off life support. He fought for a little while, and I guess he succumbed eventually. But what are your all's memories of DMX and your life experiences with his music, movies, whatever it might be?
Arf, arf, arf.
yeah. So like for me, I
At
still
you, dog.
remember the day I came home. It was like the day I came home from school, and this was like BT was, you know, BT did music, and so Rap City was on, and
Oh, I remember Rap City.
yeah, and so like I come in the
I'm too
house,
young
and
for
that was
that shit.
the first time I heard
Shut up, Ben.
the Rough Rider anthem, and it was like right before summer hit too, and I remember just banging that song out every time it played. And I believe that was the first CD I bought too. And I remember, uh, after it all caught traction, so everybody when they would draw R's, they drew them like they did on the Rough Rider album for like ever. But like to me, one of my favorite albums of DMX's was the Great Depression. There was two songs on there that I would listen to all the time. But one of them resonated with me and still does now, and the song's called "Slippin'." If you've never heard it,
Great song.
listen to
Yeah.
it. And through all his albums, though, the Ballad of Damien has always been one of my favorite songs too.
So on every one of his albums, he has some type of interlude, skit, speech, whatever it is, with God. And actually, I was listening to one of his interviews today with Dr. Phil, to be exact, which was kind of crazy because out of I think how many studio albums did he have? 7 total, I believe.
Something like
Only
that.
3. I think it was seven or 8 studio albums. He said each one of them had a conversation with God in it, but also there was 3 that he had a conversation with the devil. And it wasn't that he was, with the devil, or, the devil was, what he supported or any shit like that. It's just that, just like you talk with God, if you're going to say God is there, then you got to also, acknowledge that the devil is real too.
Right.
And so it's just his conversation. And honestly, I believe he was getting into pastoral things too as he was before he passed, right? I believe.
I read that too.
So I mean, it could just go to show you that just because you've been in jail, you've been on drugs or anything else, that doesn't mean that
Your life is over.
right. Shit's hard, man. Life is
Yeah.
hard, and people go down many different paths, but that does not mean that they're and I don't know what anyone's religious belief is, and that's one thing we said we wasn't going to get into. But the dude was deep. Motherfucker was he was just deep, man, and I really respect him for that. And he's laid out some great songs. There's songs that are going to last long after he's gone. And he also gave us Eve, the girl with the tiger paws on the titties.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Hey, yo, Belly was a good movie.
Belly.
Belly was a good movie. And wasn't
all the
he
shit he did with
in
Romeo Must Die.
Romeo
with
Must
Jet
Die?
Li.
I was just about to say, yeah, with Jet Li.
Man.
My favorite movie was Exit Wounds with Steven Seagal.
Yes,
That's a good one too.
That's
Damn,
to me,
that's
it's underrated, but yeah.
Yeah, very much.
Well, real quick, one of my favorite quotes from the song "Slippin'," and if you know it, then you know, which was, "To live is to suffer, and to suffer is to find meaning in the living." That is something like legitimately that I have said before, and that I have really stuck with. Because everybody goes through something in their life, everything. And when you think you're at your lowest, and you think, "Why am I here?" But you got to realize, like, you got to find something in life that has meaning to you, even when you're at your lowest, and you
Right.
keep pushing forward. And that's essentially what that was. To live is to suffer, and suffer is to find meaning in the living. And it's just, to me, that was the cold quote.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really know. I mean, everybody knows I'm not the biggest music guy, and for our listeners, now you do. But I mean, in high school, even when I listened to most of the music I grew up with and everything, it was very hard to miss a DMX album when it came out. I mean, it was just always so popular amongst everybody I knew, and I mean, great beats, great songs. I mean, what else could you say? The guy was unparalleled in his profession.
He
Under
was a real lyricist too, like
Yeah,
for real. Like DMX, if you listen to his songs, yeah, the beats are catchy, yeah, but some of his, especially some of his more meaningful and deep songs, like when I say they was deep, like the song he did about his grandma dying and shit, like it's to me, DMX, you're right, was a very underrated rapper, but at the same time, at the height of his career, there wasn't too many people that would like, and that's just real. I mean, think about what he did for uh New York, where he's from, Brooklyn, I believe. Yeah. Or no, the Bronx. My bad. He did a lot. Charity wise and everything else. Like, it's just it's sad to see someone like that, gone now or whatever. But like
especially at such a young
everybody has
age.
everybody has their demon. You know what I'm saying? And some of them, you battle through, you come out the other end, and it makes you stronger, but there's always that chance.
Look, man, I mean, you said he died from a heart attack, and he did, but it was from an overdose, man. Let's
Yeah.
not try and fucking play that shit
Nah,
over.
that's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
and-
Like
The
And
man
I-
had demons. The man had
everybody has their
demons,
demons, and, like-
and that shit caught him. To me, that doesn't mean that he's got a one-way ticket to hell. I mean, again, I'm trying to get religious, but the man, I mean, you don't know what the man said to the Lord in his free time and what he said. It just,
that's where
sometimes you just can't get away from them demons. And for some people, demons can be entirely different things, man. That doesn't mean he's any less than of a good person or anything like that. Shit just caught up to him, man. That's all it is.
Well, just to clarify, the reason why I didn't mention the overdose is because I believe I mean, again, I don't know if this is true or not, but I thought I read somewhere that the overdose may have been caused not due to maybe some drug use that he was, maybe had done in his former life or whatever it might be, but that he might have been caused by not knowing the amount of medicine to take for whatever he might have been on at the time. I just didn't want to speculate about maybe, whether it was an actual overdose, by his choosing to, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I kind of, neglected to mention that. But yeah,
I mean, you're right. It could be. Man ain't Whitney. I mean, I'm just saying.
Craig is wick. Craig is wick.
Right. Do you have any thoughts on DMX, Damon?
I mean, in middle school, I had a couple of his songs on, the old iPod Shuffle, fucking USB drive.
Like that, you wouldn't know. Where my dog's at?
No, I was.
What
I
you
mean,
really want?
what was his first studio album? Like 98?
Something like that. It was back when I was in high school.
Yeah,
like
98. I'm
in
dating
high
myself.
school.
I was like fucking 6 when he first started.
Yeah.
Yeah, Damon might be.
So I didn't grow up on him.
Of this fucking podcast.
God,
We're a bunch of old men.
Young ass.
Either way, I was just looking up. It was 7 studio albums. He's on a lot more. His most recent one, unfortunately, DMX the Rough Rider digital download, came out on April 9th, the day he died.
Oh, that sucks.
Really, I didn't know that. Okay.
I'm gonna have to check that out though.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You live and you die by the sword.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, everybody has their demons. Everybody's going through.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely. Well,
but it is still sad.
R.I.P. DMX.
absolutely. Rest in peace, X. Thank you for all you've given us.